Hi everybody, this is Dr. Heather Deniston with the Junk You Should Know Show. I'm also the owner and creator of Well, Fit, and Fed, and that is the page that you are watching the show on. If you have not already liked this page, go ahead and just pop up, do a quick like so that you can get notified when these Junk You Should Know shows are on. Welcome. We are talking today about interval training, all the junk you should know about intervals. And you're going to want to listen to this because it's really, really important. But first, there's a very, very important announcement that I have, and it requires props. And so, happy birthday to me. Happy birthday to me. Happy birthday, dear me. Happy birthday to me. It's my birthday, everybody. And guess what? I'm actually in Paris right now. You're thinking, no, you're not. That's your house. Well, this is a pre-recorded Junk You Should Know show. I have not figured out how to clone myself yet so that I can simultaneously be drinking champagne in Paris and coming to you live. Not sure how, but I would like to figure that out, but I haven't yet. So this is a pre-recorded show, but on the day this show airs, it is my birthday. So happy birthday to me. I love birthdays. But we need to talk about our sponsor, because guess what? Last week I forgot to mention my sponsor, so I'm going to double mention my sponsor today. My sponsor is the Change Cave, which brings inspired people together who are ready to ignite action behind their health and wellness goals. Through powerful resources and a passionate community, accountability and results are a foregone conclusion. If you have not heard about the Change Cave yet, please click the link in the comments below. But for those of you that do know about it, just a reminder, registration is still open. It's still $23.99 a month, which is an absolute steal. The content that we are going through is wonderful and deep and mind-shifting, and we are getting such great energy in the Facebook group and such a wonderful, wonderful group of people all striving to optimize their own personal wellness by working together as a group. So do think about checking that out and look into it, and the link is in the comments below. So thank you to our sponsor, The Change Cave, for bringing you this show today. So as I said, we're talking about interval training. And there is, let's just bring up the old interval training banner. Actually, let's do this one. We are going to be talking about the benefits of interval training, why you would want to do it, types of interval training. So do ask your questions as we go. I will be coming back around and checking comments and making sure I get everybody's questions answered. And do still give me a hearts and thumbs up. I love to rewatch these, and I love to know parts of the show that people particularly liked. And you can tell me what parts you don't like too. I don't mind. So let's talk about interval training, because we want to keep these shows nice and tight so that we don't take up your whole day, but we do give you really great pearls of information and things you can implement practically right away. So interval training, very simply put, is exercising with periods of high intensity and periods of low intensity. And why would we want to do that? Well, succinctly, it's more efficient, which means it takes less time. It's more of a cardiovascular challenge. It's a surprise to your body, which we have learned in past Junk You Should Knows and past blog posts, that surprising your body with different types of fitness that it's not expecting is so huge in transforming your metabolism, your lean body mass, your strength, everything. Cognitively, it is appreciated as well. And also the afterburn. The afterburn is the whole idea of, while you work out, certainly you're burning calories, but what is the after effect of your exercise? All exercise has some element of an afterburn to it, and that means calories that it's burning in excess of what you would typically need just with your daily activities. Well, interval training has been shown to be huge in the afterburn department, and we want that. We want to get the most bang for our buck out of our fitness, and so interval training does that for us. It creates a great afterburn far in advance of just standing on the treadmill for an hour. And although standing on the treadmill for an hour may burn a few more calories than, say, a 20-minute interval workout, the afterburn makes up for it by far, okay? So let me just go on to a story, because who doesn't like stories? When I was in college, I was not very fit, as many of you know. I did try. I really did. I was going to the gym regularly. I just didn't know what I was doing. I wasn't working out effectively, and I could not outrun my fork. I was eating far in excess of what I was burning off. But there were some kids in my school and in my dorm who were taking this fitness class, and they would come back to the dorm, collapse on the floor, and yell out, "Freaking fartlick!" And I thought they were swearing. I didn't know what they were saying. But then I found out what a fartlick is. A fartlick is a form of interval training. It actually means speed play. And by playing with the speed and intensity of our exercise, we can get into shape faster, more efficiently, stronger, and we can burn more fat way faster than other types of training. And so what exactly do you need to do to qualify as an interval? Well, you need to be at 85% output. So when you're in that high interval for however long you set it, you need to be 85% output. That means you're getting sweaty, you're out of breath, you can't talk. There are moments where you're like, I can't keep going. That's 85% output. The low level, people often don't go as low as they need to on an interval training. So the rest period or the low level, you should be trying to bring that heart rate down as far as possible, because the money is in the push up to the high level. That's where the magic happens. So we want that low level and we want that high level. And you can technically you can set either of those to whatever time period you want to. So you could do 1 minute high, 30 seconds low. You could do 30-30. You could do a 2-minute sprint with a 20-second rest. You could do 20-second sprint with a 10-second rest. We're going to talk about that variety here in just a moment. But know that it's very simple. Take what you're doing, push a portion of it to 85% max, a portion of it to very low, and alternate between the two. That is what interval training is. Now, some people say, I think my elliptical hour while I'm watching my Netflix is more effective. Well, let me show you a little something. This is Otto and Ewald. Let's see if I can get that to you. Do you see them? There we go. I'm going to do everything backwards, so it takes me a second. They are identical twins. And Otto is the one on your right, the thinner one. He is a long-distance runner. And Ewald, or however you say his name, is a sprinter. And when we sprint, we have periods of quick outburst and rest, quick outburst and rest. Their body types are a perfect example of what happens when we interval train versus endurance train. Now you can see that Ewald has way more nice lean muscle mass, but look at their abdominals as well, because that to me is a big concern area. Because the marathoner is thin, but he's carrying fat around his middle. And that's dangerous. We don't want fat around our middles, not just because it's not aesthetically pleasing, but because it's very dangerous for your organs. And so somebody who's running, not only is that wear and tear on the joints, but potentially if they're not doing any other kind of cross training or anything else, they could be getting fat distribution in areas that is not safe, as evidenced by our twins here. And so that's one thing I wanted to show you in evidence of interval training and how powerful it can be. So we've identified interval training. The word that you've probably heard of lately is HIIT, high intensity interval training. That's what that means. HIIT workouts are an umbrella to describe a period of high intensity and a period of low intensity, okay? Kind of like we were talking about the fartlicks at the beginning. I like just saying that word. I'm going to say it more. Fartlick. Like we were talking about fartlicks at the beginning, it's that speed play. It's up and down, up and down. So that's what a high intensity interval workout is. You can apply that to cardio. You can apply that to weight training. You can apply that to functional fitness, like push-ups and jumping jacks and high knees and things like that. And so it's very versatile. And so it does break down into a couple of types of HIITs that are worth talking about. So the first is a Tabata. It comes from Japanese doctor who wanted to get his Olympic athletes into even better shape. He wanted to give them a cutting edge against other athletes. And what he discovered is 20 minutes, good Lord, I would die, 20 seconds of sprint workout, 10 seconds recovery, and all you need to do is repeat that 8 times. Can you count? That's 4 minutes. That's a 4-minute workout. Not kidding. So what he would do is, in addition to their regular workouts, he started peppering in these Tabata workouts, and they are so effective. So what's beautiful about these is that if you don't have time for a workout, if you can't get to the gym, you do 1 or 2 Tabatas, you're a sweaty mess on the floor, and you've just invested hugely in your metabolism, in your lean body mass, in reducing fat content, and it didn't take hardly any time. So I love Tabata, and I have some Tabata workouts on the Well Fit and Fed site. So if you just go to wellfitandfed.com and hit Tabata, you will get, there's a bunch of free workouts on there that you can see what does a Tabata look like and feel like. I tend to do my Tabatas, I do them on cardio, but I also really like to pick a couple exercises and just do a Tabata with push-ups or just do a Tabata with squat jumps. It sounds easier than it is. It's very, very difficult. Us operating in that middle section of our power zone is so much easier than coming way down and then pushing up to the ceiling of the power zone and coming back down and pushing up to the ceiling. It is very, very powerful work. So what is this one? EMOM. That means every minute on the minute. And what that means, this is a fun workout. Like, talk about a way to inject variety into the types of exercise that you're doing. This is a great one. What you do is you pick an exercise or a series of, 2 or 3 exercises, and you do the circuit or the exercise at like a 70% level of exertion until you hit a minute. Okay, and then what you do is you speed it up, you do it as quickly as you can and get through it, and then whatever you have left remaining of that minute is your rest period. So if you go too slow, you're going to hit your minute and not have a rest period. If you go really, really fast, which is what we want with good form, if we go really, really fast, then you have 15 seconds, 20 seconds left at the end to rest. And it's kind of a game. It makes everything go very quickly. So an example might be, you do 20 squat jumps and 10 push-ups, and let's say the first time through that takes you 55 seconds. Then you speed it up and you try to get through it in like 40 seconds, so you have a 20-second rest. And you just keep going for a cycle of 5 or 7 or 10 or whatever the amount of time is that you have to work out, or the amount that your body says, I'm done, okay? Now lastly, Amrap. There's a bar called this, and it's apparently pretty good. I haven't tried it. I think it's paleo friendly too. I think it's in my paleo snack bars blog post, one of my most popular posts of all time. So if you're looking for snack bars that are paleo friendly, head over there to look that one up. In fact, I'll put it in the comments. As many rounds as possible. That's what Amrap means. As many rounds as possible. And what that means, did I just mix those two up? I think I did. Every minute on the minute. Oh, no. Amrap is as many rounds as possible. My brain just felt leaked down my ears there for a minute. What that means is you have a set circuit and you go through it as many times as you can to fatigue. Okay, so let's say you have bicep curls, push-ups, a set of high knees, and a set of tricep dips on a bench. Okay, and you just set up whatever that circuit is, and you go through that circuit as many times as you can to the point that you just can't anymore. Okay, those are good places to take your body. I know sometimes that's a little bit scary, but that's where muscle is built, that's where change is made, that's where neuroplasticity happens. And so taking yourself not to a dangerous place, but to our physical limit. Now, most of us, it's our brains that stop us before our bodies do. We tell ourselves a story about, oh, I'm feeling something here, or I should stop, or my heart won't keep going, or whatever it is. Our brains like to tell us all sorts of stories because our brain is inherently lazy. It really just wants the most efficient thing possible. And if you're teaching a bunch of new stuff, it's like, no. So these things are great to challenge your brain and your body with. So let's just do a recap. We talked about interval training. Another way to say interval training is high intensity interval training, or HIIT workouts. And HIIT workouts can branch off into things like Tabata, Amrap, and EMOM, every minute on the minute. Amrap is as many rounds as possible. So that is junk you should know about interval training. Just to recap, it's my birthday, so yay for that. And also we are sponsored by the Change Cave, so make sure you check that out too. I'm going to put some links in the comments. I'm going to have a bunch of links down below regarding different interval workouts and examples of Tabata, etc. And I hope you guys have a great Friday. I know I am probably already having a great Friday. In fact, I'm 9 hours ahead of you, so I'm probably in bed by now. But I am so excited that the Junk You Should Know show is doing well. You guys are watching. Please share it with your friends and family. Please just share this to your Facebook page so others can see it as well. And I look forward to seeing you again soon. And I would love some Junk You Should Know ideas. If you want to hear about something, you just simply put something in the comments or private message me. I am happy to bring it on the show. All right, guys, have a great weekend.